¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos sean a una muy especial edición de Monday Night Football Talk. Estamos en vivo y en un cambio de horario en esta ocasión, 5 de la tarde para México, Panamá, 4 de la tarde para Costa Rica. Soy Ricardo García Ochoa. Hoy un programa que hemos preparado muy especial para todos ustedes porque se espera que mañana la NFL abra las instalaciones y estén los veteranos de regreso listos para iniciar su pretemporada en este año 2020. Deseándoles a todos que estén muy bien. Ya ven en pantalla a mi queridísimo compañero egresado de Tennessee State alumni, one of the greatest of all times. Anthony Levine is going to say something about that, but let me just first welcome Mr. Randy Fuller. How are you, Randy? ¿Cómo estás?
Man, I'm doing great, man. You know, my thoughts and prayers are with everyone, especially down in Mexico with all the flooding that's going on. But I just want to remind everybody, wear your mask, please stay safe. And I'm ready for another Monday, man. Ready to kick this thing off with an incredible guest. So I'm just excited to get started.
Me too, man. Dice Randy que él está emocionado porque tenemos un invitado increíble y precisamente vamos a presentarlo. Hablando un poco de él. Anthony Levine Sr., Co-Cap, como lo apodan allá con los Ravens de Baltimore, two-time Super Bowl champion, ganador de 2 Super Bowls, la edición 45 con los Green Bay Packers y la más reciente, la número 47, con los Ravens de Baltimore. Él usa el número 41, number 41. Reminds me of the great Roman Harper because he roams the field like a safety and linebacker.
Everything.
Gentlemen, damas y caballeros, con ustedes, Anthony Levine Sr. First of all, Anthony, thank you for taking the time. We are so grateful to you for being part of this show, being a guest today. And first of all, how are you doing and how much are you excited about football preseason just around the corner?
I appreciate you for having me. I'm doing good. You know, I'm blessed. Despite what's going on in the world, it's a lot of craziness was going on, and I hope everyone out there is being safe. But me and my family, you know, we're doing good. I'm doing good. So again, you know, I'm blessed, and you know, to get back and around the guys and to get back playing, you know, it's kind of it's exciting and it's scary kind of at the same time. It's only scary because it's the fear of the unknown. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know you know, it's just that's it. But to be able just to get out and start playing football again, man, I'm excited for that.
Dice Anthony que definitivamente, afortunadamente, él, sus seres queridos están bien, todos se encuentran bendecidos en estos momentos, que definitivamente está emocionado por regresar al campo, pero también algo asustado está alrededor de los compañeros por lo que está ocurriendo en el mundo con la pandemia. Randy, go ahead, man. Make your first question a great one no one will ever forget.
Man, listen, I got so many, but you know, just like we do on every show, Levine, this is a Latin American audience out there listening to you. So we try to make sure that the people get to know you, who you are, where you're from, all of that. So if you don't mind, just telling us a little bit about yourself that we can share with the fans. Where you from?
Boy. I'm a country boy. I'm from Louisiana, Abbeville, Louisiana. I mean, I went to school at Tennessee State.
Okay.
I
How did you end up at Tennessee State?
How'd I end up at Tennessee? You actually. Yeah, coach. Here's my coach at Tennessee State. But I was being recruited to go to University of North Carolina by the head coach. At the time, he was the special teams coach at North Carolina, and then he became the head coach at Tennessee State. So he was recruiting me to go to North Carolina. You know, I was a pretty good. I was a decent kick returner, punt returner. You know, back in high school, and so they wanted me to come out there and do that and play a little DB for them. And I ended up going to Tennessee State, and it was the best decision of my life. And if I could do it again, I'll do it again. Go back right back to good old Tennessee State.
Randy le pregunta a Anthony que nos cuente un poco sobre él. Dice, bueno, que es un chico de pueblo, de Luisiana, Después de ahí tuvo la oportunidad de mudarse a Carolina del Norte, lo reclutaron para jugar en Carolina del Norte, querían que él fuera un especialista, regresador de patadas de kickoff y de despeje, porque era lo que hacía en high school, pero el coach que lo reclutó se traslada a Tennessee State como head coach y de ahí se va a Tennessee State y dice que es la mejor decisión que ha tomado en su vida. I want to go back there, Anthony, because I know that actually when you were a kid, you were more of a baseball fan than a football fan. And we usually, when we talk to football players, they talk about the influence of their fathers having them play football. But in your case, it was a little bit different. And what can you tell us about that? ¿Qué nos puedes decir de tu amor por el fútbol americano porque creciste siendo un fan del béisbol, pero a diferencia de otros jugadores cuyos padres fueron una gran influencia, en tu caso fue diferente? Tell us something about that history, please, Anthony.
So my first love was baseball. My mom, really got me into sports, and yeah, I was playing baseball. But my mom used to always sit me down in front of the TV, and she made me watch football. And I didn't like football. I didn't like playing it. I didn't like watching it. Nothing. And she used to just make me watch it. At the time, her favorite team was the Dallas Cowboys. So anytime the Cowboy, really anytime anybody was playing, I had to watch it. But her team was the Cowboys. I had to sit there and watch Emmitt Smith. She loved Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman. Like she loved all those guys. And so I sit there and then like if she'll start cooking, and while she cooking, she'll ask me what happened, like what's going on in the play, and I gotta tell her what's going on, and I didn't really understand what was going on, and she would like she'll get very upset.
She want to burn the jambalaya, Anthony.
Listen, and she used to get really upset. So I had to learn like what's going on and stuff. And then once I got to middle school, she kind of like forced me to play. And I didn't want to play, but she like forced me to play. She was a single mother. She was raising 3 boys and a girl. So that was her way of trying to make me tough or whatever. And yeah, so my mom made me play football, and even though I didn't like it, like I'll score a touchdown and I'll be mad because I didn't want to be out there. Like I'll be mad, and I'm walking back to the hub. I'm walking back to the sideline, like I'm mad. And my mom, she just up there, like she's cheering. But yeah, man, that's how I got started in football. My mom made me play football, even though I didn't want to. But she made me do it, and that goes to show you that your parents know what's best for you.
That's right, that's right. That's an incredible story, Anthony. Dice Anthony que, bueno, su mamá fue la gran influencia para que él jugara fútbol americano, que a él no le gustaba el fútbol americano, ni gustaba siquiera verlo, pero ella era gran fan de los Dallas Cowboys, seguía a Troy Aikman, a Emmitt Smith, a Deion Sanders, a todo ese elenco de grandes jugadores que ganaron 3 Super Bowls. They even beat Randy Fuller in one Super Bowl 30, those Cowboys. So, dice Anthony que ella fue la gran influencia y que esto demuestra por qué los padres saben más que los hijos y que esto fue lo que logró involucrarlo en el deporte porque era una madre soltera criando a 3 varones y una niña y es la razón como él entró al fútbol americano. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, man. Listen, I got so much, and I know we got to speed up because Anthony got a lot of great stories. Now, the one story I want to tell you, Ricardo, is that Levine came on our campus as a freshman, and we argued in the meeting for like 3 days on who was going to get him, offense or defense. So that's what kind of athlete he is, okay? And man, we lucked up and got him on defense. If I'm not mistaken, Levine, were you a 4-year starter? Yeah. So he was a 4-year starter.
Yeah, they wanted me to play wide receiver, defense. Wanted me to do a little punt return, kick return, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like that was behind me. I moved. Being around Coach Fuller and there's another guy named Dominique Rogers-Kamadi, probably one of the most athletic guys that I ever seen personally.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be around. I just wanted to be around him, like learn from him and trying to do the things that he could do because I'm that much of a competitor that I wanted to be around him and learn from him and see if I could beat him in anything. I never did, but I feel like that me trying got me to where I'm at.
Absolutely.
Dice Randy que cuando llegó como novato a la Universidad de Tennessee State, todos, la ofensiva y la defensiva, querían a Anthony Levine con ellos. Ganó la defensa, pero fue titular 4 años consecutivos Anthony Levine con Tennessee State. Y dice Anthony que él teniendo obviamente a Randy Fuller como su coach de perímetro allá en Tennessee State, que uno de los jugadores que él más admiraba y trataba de emularlo, pegarse a él, aprender de él, era Dominic Rogers-Cromartie. Y que bueno, afortunadamente logró aprender bastante de él y ha tenido el éxito que tiene en la NFL. But Anthony, tell us something. I mean, you can play both defensive back, you've played safety, you've played linebacker. You talked about playing on special teams too, and you're a special teams leader on the Ravens. But when you were in high school, you were actually a great track athlete. I mean, where do you want to be on the field? What's best for you? Where do you enjoy playing football the most? ¿Dónde disfrutas más jugar? ¿En qué posición?
Um, where I like playing the most, man. Actually, I like playing linebacker. I like playing that down linebacker role. Um, Cause it's just see ball, get ball. I could just go ball. I don't have to. I don't. Everything else kind of plays its part for me. And as long as I play within the scheme, and I can go and just make plays, man. Just run to the ball and go tackle. That's what I like to do anyway. I like to just go get the ball, go make tackles, go try and make plays. So I think me being having a track background helped me out a lot because I started like 3-4 games at corner. I started games at nickel, at safety, at linebacker, like you said. But being able to be that versatile just gave me that longevity and playing special teams. It just gave me that versatility to be able to do whatever my team needs, whatever something may happen during the game. Somebody may go down, and I can step right in. I can play all those positions, and it's just as long as you have multiple things to do, your service is gonna always be needed. So that's one thing I learned quickly. The more things you can do, the better off you'll be. So that, that's what I did.
You're like the Jose Oquendo in baseball. You remember that guy that played for the St. Louis Cardinals? He used to play second, third base, first base, shortstop, outfield. I mean, he could do everything. You're like the Swiss blade of the Baltimore Ravens.
They, they used to call me that the Swiss Army knife. Yeah, they used to call me the Swiss Army knife. Yeah, so nah, man, it's cool. It's cool to be able to do stuff like that and being able to be in any place that the team needs me to be at. And it's always the team. And that's what we believe. Whatever you can do for the team to help the team win. I'm all for it.
Le pregunto a Anthony que, bueno, ¿qué posición disfruta más? Y ustedes lo escucharon, él dice que le gusta más jugar linebacker, que, bueno, afortunadamente sus antecedentes como atleta en pista, con la velocidad que él tenía, le han ayudado en la NFL, pero que algo muy importante es la versatilidad que él tiene, es lo que le ha permitido tener 10 temporadas ya en esta liga y va para su novena con los Ravens de Baltimore. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, Levine, for a guy like yourself who has had an incredible 10-year career so far, the NFL pride themselves on not getting things wrong, but this is one they got wrong. How does a team not draft Anthony Levine? How do you go undrafted and then find a way to get into the NFL and stay there as long as you have stayed? How do you do that?
Work, bro. Work. It sounds simple and it sounds easy, but that's really what it comes down to, man. Just being working and every opportunity that I had, I ran with it. I learned from guys that was older than me, guys that was never starters. I learned from those guys that just played just special teams, guys that Hall of Fame guys like Ed Reed, Charles Woodson, um, Ray Lewis. Like I asked those guys questions. I always wanted to know, and I always wanted to know. I was always around them and just asking and watching and learning. And at the same time, I got my own circle. I got my own coach and my own trainer, my mentor, and this year in and year out, I take what those guys have told me, and I kind of ran with that. And then every time my number was called, no matter if it was even if I felt like it was a bad situation, Like, oh man, like I can't believe I'm getting put in a situation. I made the best of it. Even I never played corner a day in my life. Well, okay, let me tell you that. I played a little corner at Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
But that's
Not
like
enough to be considered a corner.
not nearly, and that was on like the spring or whatever. But yeah, and then one season, the Ravens, I come in and it's like I walk in and they're like, Anthony Levine, you are starting corner, and I'm like, what? I was totally shocked. Like, yeah, you starting that corner this weekend. I was just like, oh man.
Who told you that, Anthony? Who said that to you?
Dean Pease. I do. I did was a coordinator at the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember him.
He said, you are starting corner, and I was just shocked, man. Darius Webb all week. I was with him all week, asking him questions. He going through with me and everything. But I mean, everybody had my back, and and everybody believed in me. So, but yeah, I think that's really what it was, man. Just every opportunity, even if I thought, it was something that I thought wasn't even a good situation for me, I always found a way to make it out to be one.
Awesome.
And so even when I went like I played corner, I played nickel, and then I had to go play safety, then I had to go play linebacker. It's just like, oh man, he could just, and it wasn't I could just do it. It was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, it sounds crazy and kind of cliche, but that's really what it was, man. I refused to be denied, and yeah,
Nice.
I got kids, my mom who sacrificed so much for me. I was able to, yeah. I mean, that's a whole different story, but yeah. So nah, man, that's what it is, man. My drive, my determination, and my hard work.
Well, you provide both on the field and off the field for your family, and that's
Yes.
what this all means, Anthony. Le pregunta Randy Anthony que cómo es posible que él, a pesar de no haber sido seleccionado en el draft, ha podido mantenerse para su 10ª temporada en la NFL. Y Anthony dice, todo se resume en tu trabajo, que él saca el mayor provecho de las oportunidades que se les presentan, que en alguna ocasión, obviamente, seguía los pasos de hombres como Ray Lewis, Charles Woodson, Ed Reed, aprendiendo de ellos, y que hasta en un momento cuando el coach Dean Pease, que era el coordinador defensivo de los Ravens, le dijo, vas a ser el titular en la posición de cornerback o de esquinero, del lado fuerte, él se quedó petrificado, perdón, y eso, bueno, lo ha llevado a sacarle provecho a cada oportunidad que ha tenido y ha sido un proveedor en el campo para los Ravens en la posición que lo pongan y fuera del terreno de juego también para su familia. You mentioned those two names, Anthony, and I want to go back to them because they go and they left football as legends of the Baltimore Ravens. They are both Hall of Famers. And I want you to tell us your first impression or impressions of both Ed Reed and Ray Lewis the first time you got to know those two.
Well, when I first walked in the building and I seen Ray Lewis, I was like in total shock. I was like, oh my God, that's him.
Right.
That's Ray Lewis. And he just looked at me and he was like, "What's up, young buck?" And I was like, "What's up, sir?" And I was in shock. Like I couldn't believe that I was looking at Ray Lewis, and I was just like, "Oh man!" But Ray, he's like he's that leader that just lead like no other. Like he's someone
natural
that
leader.
Yeah, that's him. That's Ray. And Ed is like Ed's the man of the people. Ed is like when I first see Ed, I'm looking at Ed like, oh man, that's Ed Reed. And I don't think he knew my name, but he just embraced me like, man, what's up? And then gave me dapper hug, like he knew me his whole life. And I'm just like, is that man, come over here with me, man, come hang out. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm with him, and he walking me around, and I'm just like, oh man, like so they both leaders, but they lead like different ways. Okay. Like Ray is that guy. He's the way he leads is different, but Ed is like really like the man, like the people's champ. Like Ed is like the people's
undisputed.
Champ. He embrace you. He will embrace you. Not Ray embrace you too, but it's just different. Like Ed embrace you. He embrace you like he been knowing you his whole life, and he'll talk to you like that. And then you gonna leave and be like, hold up, do I have been knowing how long I've been knowing Ed? And you just met him. He gonna make you feel like you known him for at least 20 years. So,
Wow.
that's just how he is, you know. But seeing Ed and Ray practice,
Mhm.
seeing Ray Lewis practice was like one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in my life. I never seen nobody practice like that. And it's like while he getting his reps in, he's going full speed. When
Okay.
he's done getting his reps in, he go off to the side, and it's like him and like a few other players like Hello Donata, Ed, Terrell Suggs, and a couple more other guys. And he'll be on the side and he's running the whole time until he gotta go back on the field. And he have on like a jacket, he have on a few long sleeve shirts.
Mhm.
He have all this on with his shoulder pads, and it's like 100 degrees outside, and he just goes like he literally don't stop. Like
Wow.
while he's going in practice, he's running, and while he's not getting the reps in practice, he's still running. When
Mhm.
I seen that, that's what I was saying. Like when I seen guys, so
Mhm.
I started wearing this jacket, and everybody asked me like, "Man, you got to be hot in this jacket." And I'm like, I mean, it gets hot, but you ain't seen what Ray Lewis used to wear, and he used to wear. If that's what works, then you know
That's right.
I need to do
Yeah,
that.
you have to
You know,
emulate that.
so yeah, man. So let's seeing those two guys work ethic and seeing how
Mhm.
they go and how smart they are. Uh, yeah, I'm glad I was able to cross paths with them.
Le pregunto a Anthony acerca de dos grandes figuras de los Ravens, Ray Lewis y Ed Reed. Dice, muy diferentes, ambos líderes, pero muy distintos. Ray Lewis, un líder nato, un hombre que era un ejemplo en el campo y fuera de él, que en los entrenamientos iba al máximo en cada práctica, impresionó a Anthony Levine. Y cuando terminaba sus repeticiones, seguía corriendo sprints con un jacket, camisa manga larga, a pesar de los 40 grados de calor que podía hacer en el campo. Ed Reed era el campeón del pueblo, era el hombre que abrazaba y quería a todos, que cuando recibió a él inmediatamente como si lo conociera de hace muchos años. Era un hombre muy popular, Ed Reed, dentro del equipo, pero sin duda alguna los dos grandes ejemplos para Anthony Levine. Gentlemen, I just want a quick shout out to the people who are watching the show. Alejandro Sanchez, he's watching the show in Monterrey. Mario Martinez, he's all the way in Culiacan, Mexico, watching the show. He sends the best to both of you. Jose Guerra is also watching the show. Aldo Alejandro Morales and the whole fan club of Football Real Nation in Monterrey, Mexico, the city of mountains. They are watching the show today. Oscar Jimenez in Costa Rica is watching the show. Alex Sangar in Costa Rica is also watching the show. Diana Ramirez, Cindy Luna, they are both watching the show. Roberto Elizondo, he's loving the show with Anthony Levine. Mel Mead says, here we go, Steelers. I think that's for you, Randy. But he says,
Yeah.
HBCU, go to all
Yes.
the universities. Yeah, HBCU.
He's the HBCU guy. He's going for the Steelers.
I don't understand, man. I mean, I think Randy Fuller put a spell on him.
He's from Pittsburgh, guys. He's from Pittsburgh. That's his backyard. Thanks, fellas, for watching the show. Hey,
Mario Retis, he's a big time Ravens fans, Anthony, and he says, thank you for wearing those colors. Flock, Monterrey in Mexico, they love you, Anthony, and they want to see you visit their city.
Hey, blessing, man. I would love to. Matter of fact, I went to Cozumel and I had this skull that somebody had made me. Man, it is. I was trying to get another one of those made, but but I'd love to come to Mexico for real.
Mexican art, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
Nothing will overcome that.
it's on the feet, on the feet.
Yeah, it is.
yeah. We'll definitely get you over there after your season for sure. But hey, I want to ask you about the organizations you play for. You play for two of the finest and top organizations that's ever been formed, right? The Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. Can you give us a analysis of which team you like, which organization, which leadership, ownership? Uh, you won a Super Bowl with each one of them, so I mean, I know you've been with the Ravens the longest, and I know that's your city, but you couldn't have gotten there without your start in Green Bay.
And I'm thankful for for my starting Green Bay. Them giving me an opportunity to come in and showcase my talent and just give me a start. So
Right.
I'm always thankful. I'm always grateful for that. Mr. Thompson and those guys, gave me an opportunity. So I'm humbled and I'm blessed for that. But that organization, man, that organization is Reggie McKenzie. Reggie McKenzie, that was my guy.
Right.
He is my guy, matter of fact. But yeah, Mr. McKenzie believed in me. He came to my pro day, watched me. But being in Green Bay, is definitely special. Just being on that field. The
Ay, qué bonito es volar a las dos.
Ok, estamos de regreso en Monday Night Football Talk y seguimos saludando a todos los amigos de América Latina. Hoy disfrutando de una amena charla. Man, I'm enjoying this with Anthony Levine. I didn't get the chance to meet you, Anthony, down there in New Orleans for Super Bowl 47, but I'm glad I'm having the chance. Thank you to Randy Fuller for having the chance to talk to you and meet you today, man. Since Randy closed out the first half, Randy cerró la primera mitad. Let me just do the second half kickoff. And I know you're going to run that back all the way to the end zone. But I want to ask you about the defensive perimeter of the Ravens. I just talked about you guys last week on our football show on Fox Sports because I consider you guys the best secondary in all football. You got Earl Thomas. You have Shaw Clark that came real hard after Tony Jefferson suffered an injury last year. He got a new contract. You guys have great cornerbacks. And the defense of the Ravens this year looks just scarier than last year. What can you tell me about your unit and the way you guys work with Coach Chris Hewitt, by the way, a great friend, dear guy, and also with Coach Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, well, Wink motto is players play, and he gave us the freedom to go out there and just play football. Just take the thinking out of it. If there's anything that we have a question about going into the game, and we just not 100% sure about it, he takes out the game plan. So he makes sure that everybody's playing to their strengths. So it's no matter who it is, no matter what's going on, he makes sure that he put guys in the right position that's that's able to play to their strength. And then with that, man, it's a brotherhood. We get out there, we had them long days, we had them long nights, and then we get out even after we get out the facility. We hang out, and we really become brothers. And it's like you really go out there and you fight for your brother. So if a lineman grab me, put me on the ground, Chuck Clark is coming to get me. You know what I'm saying? My teammates are coming to get me, but it's just that's where we are, and it's just like don't nobody push your brother around, and it's just we always out there, we fighting for each other, and we want to see each other succeed. So when Chuck got his opportunity, and he ran with it, man, that I was happy for him. I couldn't be more happier for a guy, because that's a guy that he learned, he watched Eric Weddle, he always asked questions, and he probably the smartest guy on our defense. And, yeah, so this having that camaraderie, just being out there with each other and pushing each other and that brotherhood, man, it's just like that. I think that would really set us apart.
Le pregunto a Anthony acerca de ese perímetro defensivo de los Ravens de Baltimore. Dice el coach Wink Martindale, es un coach de jugadores, los deja prepararse, los deja jugar, que disfruten el juego. Pero habla también de la defensiva del perímetro, en el caso particular de cómo ellos son una hermandad, cómo se defienden uno al otro. Si alguien, un liniero ofensivo, lo pone a él en el campo, llegan el resto de los compañeros a defenderlo. Y un caso muy particular, el de Shaw Clark, que se ha ganado el puesto de titular, de hecho un nuevo contrato, 3 years, $15.3 million for Chuck Clark. That was a great reward to a player that last year showed what he had on the field. Mostró grandes cosas. Chuck Clark le dieron una extensión de contrato a los Ravens. Y que dice Anthony, Shock procura prepararse, aprender de hombres como Eric Weddle. Y cuando recibió esa oportunidad de estar en el campo, vaya que la aprovechó al máximo y que son una gran hermandad, trabajan en conjunto y por eso tienen el éxito que han tenido. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, man. Levine, you're one of the most, what I would call, humble football players that I know. All right, you just go to work, do what you got to do, fill in where you have to fill in. Why is it so important for you to give back into the community, to do your football camps, to do the things with your foundation? Why is that so big for you?
Because I was once one of those kids, where I come from. Coming from a single parent household, my mom had 4 kids. Struggled. We had everyday struggles, and then I didn't have nobody to come back and do those type of things when I was a kid. I wish somebody would have just let me know that there is a better life on the other side. So that's that there is a better life on the other side as long as you keep working. You stay focused to your craft and just and school. You can do whatever, and just give these kids hope. And as long as you can do that, if you can give somebody hope,
Yeah.
and I mean you can go a long way with that. So that's why I do it. I have my camps. I have my bike drive. It's a lot of things that I do. It's a lot of things that I do that don't nobody know that I do.
Right.
Just because I don't want it to be out there like I'm just doing it for the cameras and anything because I'm not.
Right.
And I don't know if anyone would ever even think that, but that's how I feel. I personally feel like I don't want nobody to think that oh, he just doing that for the cameras. No, I'm doing it because I really care about these kids. And usually the things I'm doing out of my own pocket. I don't
Right.
I don't really have a lot of I don't ask a lot of sponsors.
Right.
I do it out of my own pocket because God has blessed me, put me in a position to where I can take care of my kids, and I just feel like it can all be taken away.
Yes.
So I just give it back with a clear heart, with a good clear heart, and hopefully I can inspire some kids to do something, and one day they could be in my position and doing the same thing. They can inspire some kids.
But how important is it to play football through these rough times?
Um, I personally feel that during these times, I was able to spend more time with my family, and I think that was the biggest blessing. If anything I got out of this, it was able to spend more time with my family. Things that I didn't even know, things that I didn't even know was going on. I found out what's going on only because of I was always busy. I was always doing something with football, and I finally got that time to sit down and just listen and be around my whole family a lot more. Talk to my brothers a lot more. Talk to my sisters a lot more. It's just this having that family time. I just feel like really help. It really put things in perspective and let you know what's really important. And right now, I feel like with football, football is my job. And a lot of people ask me about what I think about going back to football. And what I tell them is, my mother still works. Hopefully one day, I can retire my mom, but my mom still got to go to work during these hard times, during this pandemic. And but I feel like football. I feel like sports is an outlet. Sports is something that give people a safe place to go. Give people enjoyment is entertaining, and it's like for football is America. It's hard. It's hard. It's everything about football is just what makes us. And I love playing football. And yeah, so I feel like being able to go back to work and play some football, um, it may help. I think it may help a lot of people. It may not, but at the end of the day, I love doing it, and hopefully, a lot of positive things come from out of this.
Te pregunto rápidamente, Anthony, acerca de jugar fútbol americano en esta época con tanta gente pasando o atravesando, todos en el mundo lo estamos haciendo en una época tan difícil. Él dice que, bueno, que si algo ha sacado de provecho esta pandemia es pasar más tiempo con su familia, su mamá, sus hermanos, su mamá todavía trabaja, él quiere algún día retirarla y que ella ya pueda quedarse en casa, pero él siente la obligación de regresar a trabajar. El fútbol americano es su trabajo, que él no sabe si esto, bueno, ayudará o no a algunos, pero lo que está seguro es que el fútbol americano representa tantas cosas muy valiosas que ayudará a mucha gente a distraerse de todos los problemas que a diario viven. Go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, Levine, just talking about being healthy and being safe. Man, 10 years in the NFL is considered just old, right? I mean, not many people get to make it that far. So congratulations to you on that. What has been the ingredients that you have chosen to take care of your body to have this longevity?
I mean, it's a lot of things that I do to take care of my body. Um, but I think, I mean, it's it's not just one thing. It's not just one thing. You know, I get massages. You know, I get all this work done on my body. But I really think my trainer coach Derek Streets, if it wasn't for him, my body would not be in the tip top shape that it's in. And doing a lot of running that me and him do, I think that's what really set me apart from being able to do that because I run so much during the off season and being able just to move around, that get your blood going, get your blood circulating. I really think that really what set it apart. I think last year, Christian McCaffrey came out and said all the track workouts that he started doing. Um, and I heard that, and after my coach heard it, uh, and he was telling me about it. But I've been doing those type of workouts ever since I was at Tennessee State. So I think that is what's giving me was able to help me keep going. This had when you had the number one motor skill and you can run. I mean, that's what they say. They say when you get older, they say you're slowing down, you can't run no more. They don't say oh you can't tackle no more. They don't say you don't know the playbook no more. The first thing they say is oh you can't run no more. Well, I can still run. So I think that's what it is.
Le pregunta a Randy Anthony que, bueno, qué es lo que ha hecho para mantenerse tantos años físicamente en la condición en la que está. Y dice que principalmente es hacer acondicionamiento físico con su coach, su preparador físico, ha hecho un gran trabajo y que recuerda que el año pasado Christian McCaffrey hizo referencia a la importancia de correr, hacer actividad atlética y eso es algo que procura definitivamente Anthony Levine y que cuando él está en su pretemporada, su preparación consiste en correr mucho, que por lo general te dicen, cuando ya te envejeces, lo primero que se te va es la velocidad, la capacidad de correr, pero nadie habla de que pierdas la capacidad de leer un playbook, de saber estudiar, de prepararte en el campo, y eso es lo que Anthony Levine hace. I want you to be, Anthony, an ambassador, a promoter of the city of Baltimore. I've heard great things about Baltimore. One day we're going to be back to as normal as it can be, so fans can be back on the stands and watch the games. Why do people have to get to know and visit the city of Baltimore? Tell us something about Baltimore because I know that seafood has to be one of the best. I'm especially, I love the cook. I love the New Orleans cuisine. So tell me about Baltimore so one day I can take the trip over there. Háblame de Baltimore.
Baltimore is Charm City. You know, you'll love the harbor. I mean, it's special. You know, you come in, you get the harbor, you get the good food. Then you get to come in and see a team play like no other. You get to come see the Baltimore Ravens. You get to see Cap. You get to see Lamar Jackson. You get to see Matthew Judons. And then you get to go out and go ahead and get the Jimmy seafood, get your good crab cake, something. But nah, man, I really think this is one of the best cities. I think it get a bad rap, but honestly, man, I wouldn't wanna be anywhere else. I love it here, man. This city has embraced me, like I'm from here, and I love it. And I'm with Baltimore all the way.
Le pregunto y le pido más que nada a Anthony que promueva Baltimore, que hable como... Dice que es fantástica, es una ciudad maravillosa, la bahía, la comida. Lo que dijo no necesita traducción. What he said, I don't need to translate. I think everybody just understands it in any language, Anthony. What you just said about the city of Baltimore. So it doesn't need any translation. So I appreciate that. We look forward to visiting Baltimore. Go ahead, Randy, because we're hitting that red zone part of the field.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I definitely got a question that I think all the fans want to know, Levine. Yeah, so you're playing with one of the best quarterback at this day and time. But I want to know man, how difficult was it, and how difficult will it be to slow down a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes?
Oh man,
What's it
to
like playing against him? I mean,
slow down somebody like Patrick Mahomes is like trying to slow down um, Lamar Jackson. And the
right.
way you do that is keep the ball out of their hands. You know,
And then the
keep our,
quarterback, they're gonna just
keep,
ball every play.
keep our offense on the field. You know,
Okay, okay, got it.
but
Keep him on the
now,
sideline. Okay.
now I think that you know we've been so close. You know, for us, close is not good enough.
Right.
But when you're playing a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, I mean he's special, man. You know that guy he's a special talent, and we all know probably where he's headed when his career is over with. And right then you gotta be able to contain him and see as long as we do what we do
Right.
and we do at best, I think we can handle anybody. But a guy like that, man, we cannot miss a beat at all, and we can't have no lapse, not even for 1 second. Even if
Right.
that one play, um, and every time it always comes down to that one play, and so we basically have to play our perfect game when we go against them.
Le pregunta Randy a Anthony acerca de Patrick Mahomes y qué tienen que hacer. Dice mantenerlo en la banca. Definitivamente no puedes equivocarte con un quarterback de la talla de él. Es lo mismo que tratar de detener a Lamar Jackson. Los dos son extraordinarios y por eso no se pueden equivocar ni una sola jugada cuando lo enfrentas. Anthony, we're reaching the final stretch, and this might be my last question to you. But I want to ask you, and I want you to tell us: have you forgotten about that loss to the Tennessee Titans last year, or is that something that you're going to keep straight in your mind looking forward to 2020?
Okay, so the question with that, I get that question a lot too.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure you
it, you never get over if you lose on Sunday, you don't get over it until next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, it's over with Wednesday, by the time I go back to practice, but that's all baloney. So yes, I still think about that loss until we get our next win.
Yeah.
Is when I'm not gonna think about the loss because we ended on the loss.
Mm-hmm.
So until we get our next win, I think that's when I'll probably be all the way over it. I think about it because we felt like we had something special last year, and we should have been um, in a big dance, and we wasn't. So yeah, I think about it, and I feel like now I think now we're more moving in silence, and it's gonna be more of a what it is time to show everybody, and we're just gonna do what we do and do what we do best, and keep moving and trying to get to that end goal where we all want to be. So hopefully they don't get in our way this year, but yeah, we'll see.
Te pregunto a Anthony acerca de esa derrota que sufrieron contra Tennessee, si ya la olvidaron o es algo que tienen en mente para la próxima temporada. Y dice, no, eso no se olvida. Terminamos la campaña pasada en una derrota y queremos empezar esta temporada con una victoria. Así que hasta que lo logremos, las cosas no van a cambiar. Definitivamente no es fácil, pero quieren, después de lo especial que fue la campaña 2019, que eso no se vuelva a presentar y por eso van a trabajar para este año 2020. Go ahead, Randy. This is the final stretch. Man, I wish I could have another hour with Anthony talking about football.
Oh yeah. And this one is I feel like everybody wants to know this as well. With everybody starting off pretty much out of the same starting blocks at the same time, this post-COVID deal. I mean, do you think the teams that were in the playoffs last year clearly has the edge compared to those who may have new coaches or whatever the case may be? Because everything's gonna be short and no preseason games. So would you clearly give the edge to those who was in the playoffs last
year? I mean, we can say that, but I think now it's just with everything that's going on, it kind of gives advantages to maybe the veterans, and it really depends on the leadership of your veteran team. If you have a veteran team, you have a lot of veterans and the leadership. I think that's what's gonna play the most important part of whoever wins anything. It's gonna come from that. So I won't necessarily say that a playoff team got a more advantage. I mean, it's clear cut. Probably the top 5 teams, may be more advanced, but coming out the blocks, I think everybody gonna be neck and neck. But it's always is at that them last. It's always at the end of the season. That's where teams really start faltering off. And I feel like that's when the leadership really gonna kick in, because now is the things that you can't really go out um, at all. Like even like to go out to eat, you gotta get to go if you gotta do that. Really, you really gonna have like no social life. If you was a guy that had a big social life. So I think that's what it's gonna come down to. As long as you have that veteran leadership, I think that is what's gonna play the biggest part, because anybody can catch the COVID now. If everybody not doing what they're supposed to do, and then somebody get it and they move it and they pass it on, and then all of a sudden now everybody got to stop. So I think that's what's gonna give certain teams the edge.
Le pregunta Randy Anthony acerca de quién tiene más ventaja en esta temporada atípica por el asunto de la pandemia del coronavirus. Dice Anthony claramente, el tema va a ser de liderazgo de los veteranos, que la temporada va a arrancar todos parejos, al final se va a dar cuenta qué equipo tiene esa solidez y el liderazgo de los veteranos, pero algo muy importante también, o sea, si la gente no se educa y no se controla, cualquiera puede salir a la calle, contagiarse, contagiar a otros, como pasó hoy con los Florida Miami Marlins, y miren lo que ha ocurrido ahora con ese equipo en el béisbol de grandes ligas, que pudiera suceder algo similar en la NFL. Anthony, we've reached the end of this show. I once again want to thank you for taking the time talking to us and to the fans in Latin America. But I would not like this to end without you sending a message to all the people in Latin America that look forward to seeing you on the field, that love their football, and are so hit by this pandemic throughout all our countries in Latin America. So please say a word to them to end the show, Anthony.
Yes, I would like to say, everybody out there, stay safe, stay positive, wear your mask, wash your hands, and believe in God, and everybody be blessed.
Dice Anthony que todos cuídense mucho, usen su máscara, lávense las manos, crean en Dios y que tengan muchas bendiciones. Randy, I've enjoyed this, man. We have to take a trip with Anthony Levine to Baltimore, and we're going to do the same thing, bring him down here to Mexico also, and travel throughout Latin America with him.
Absolutely. I know you guys can't tell on the screen, but this is actually a purple shirt for Levine to support him. So just let you know, hey, I'm a cheer for even though my team is the Steelers, I'm a cheer for my people first. So I do pull for Levine, every season, and it's been a long career. So I've been doing a lot of cheering, and I'm super proud of him being his former coach, and I couldn't be more excited for the man he has become. And I just want to say my hat's off to you, brother, and my prayers will be with you and your family constantly, and good luck this season.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Las palabras de Randy Fuller deseándole lo mejor a Anthony Levine y que está orgulloso de él, de haberlo visto crecer siendo su jugador, convertirse ahora en un jugador profesional en la NFL. Nosotros nos despedimos, llegamos al final. En nombre de Randy Fuller, la producción de Gonzalo Torres, nuestro gran invitado Anthony Levine Sr, CoCap. Sigan su fundación, follow his foundation on Instagram. It's For Everyone Foundation. Síganla, ¿ok? Por favor, para que sean parte y estén al tanto de la gran labor que Anthony Levine hace en la comunidad. Ok, yo soy Ricardo García Ochoa. Pásela bien. Hasta la próxima. Gracias.
Peace.